Welcome back to Level Up Awareness. Thanks for being with me again. This is my last part of my truth series. This one here is a big episode. It's like I said in the last one, it's not going deeply into conspiratorial areas, but it's just basically giving you good awareness about what's going on in the world and what's been happening for a long time. This is a huge episode. I really hope you all stick around for it because this is stuff that it's going to change the way that you watch things and you view things and for the better. But thanks for being with me again. Thanks for all the love from all the previous videos as well. And yeah, please subscribe as well if you're liking my videos. So getting straight into it, just want to give you a little bit of a background here as well. So as we can see on the screen, the following is information that you deserve to know. Please don't fear any of what you're about to hear, okay? As knowledge is power, and this information will ultimately empower you as it will level up your awareness. Yeah, level up awareness. If you want to know more, stay with me and open your mind. This video will expand your understanding of the potential manipulation that humanity has been under with the subconscious programming, subliminal messages, and other effective ways to distort and disrupt our state of being. Again, please do your own research and stay with me if you want to continue learning more. Alright, so as you can see on the screen as well, the truth in plain sight and the truth becomes clearer. Great watches to help understand what's going on in the world at the moment. Really suggest, if you want to help family and friends to kind of understand, please recommend those videos. And this one here is for all you truth speakers and truth seekers out there. It's a beautiful video of love and empowerment for you all, because this moment, it's not easy. It's not easy for all of us, let's be honest, especially the people that are speaking their truth and kind of getting attacked because they've got a different opinion. So yeah, for all of you out there, again, thank you for speaking your truth and spreading wisdom and love, which is what we're doing at the end of the day. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. What is the subconscious mind? So, subconscious, this is the definition of subconscious. Your subconscious is the part of your mind that can influence you or affect your behavior even though you are not aware of it. So I've highlighted not aware of it again because it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit tricky. Look, it is a little bit scary, I guess, even if you're not aware of it. But don't fear it, because you're about to learn a whole bunch more that's going to empower you, that's going to make you a bit more aware, to allow you to be in complete control of what, information that you watch and that you read and that you allow your subconscious to get. So yeah, stay with me, please. And as we can see on the screen now, we have got the subconscious mind, how to unlock and use its power. So this is an article that I highly recommend you read. Like you can see on the right, time to read takes 18 minutes. I've got the link there, and the link's going to be in the bio as well. So yeah, this one here, a very powerful article just to make you aware. And this is not the only subconscious mind thing you can find on the internet. You can find so much. And just actually, before I get into this as well, a bit of background about me, with my subconscious awareness. I started looking into this a couple of years ago, and it changes your life. It really does. It makes you understand a lot of the things that you watch better. Like, I don't watch the news at all anymore, because even though you're watching it, even if you don't believe it, it still seeps into your subconscious, and it might form random beliefs out of nowhere. You keep hearing it in repetition and stuff like that. Just awareness. Anyway, we'll keep talking about that as we go through. So the subconscious mind is the powerful secondary system that runs everything in your life. It is a bit scary to hear that, maybe, but at the end of the day, don't fear it. Again, if it's a fact, what can we do? We just keep going forward, and we keep learning, and we keep empowering ourselves to develop more understanding anyway. So learning how to stimulate the communication between the conscious and the subconscious minds is a powerful tool on the way to success, happiness, and riches, all right? Massive. This is massive. And I want to go a little bit further. I want two more little red things I'm going to read. I'm not going to read it all. You can do that. So the subconscious mind is a data bank for everything which is not in your conscious mind. It stores your beliefs, your previous experience, your memories, your skills. Everything that you have seen, done, or thought is also there. And down the bottom, just a little bit about this article. So this article will introduce the powers of the subconscious mind and how they can be used on your way to success. So positive, massive positive, I'm telling you. It'll change your life. It really will. You will learn how to communicate better with your subconscious and how to set it on the track you want it to follow. Alright, and part of the same article here, we've got fear and negative self-talk. I've got two little areas there. I'll let you read that. I won't go into it too much, I guess, but it's got the fear and negative self-talk with which I'm sure that there's a few people like that. If it's not you, don't identify with it and leave it for the other people, I guess. But yeah, if you identify with it and you want to improve it, have a read through there. And you've got the countering technique below as well. Like I said, highly recommend read this article. This article is amazing. And leave her a review. I did as well. She's beautiful, beautiful person. And the countering technique is beautiful as well, because it stops you in the moment of basically giving yourself some negativity and says no. Being aware of things in the moment is huge. I mean, that's part of how I call my channel Level Up Awareness. So because when you become aware of things in the moment, you are in complete control. You are living in the moment. You are aware of what's going on. So so if you haven't finished reading it, I will you can pause this video, and because I want to continue moving forward. Yeah, so I hope that's kind of giving you a little bit of a background about the subconscious mind. It's very important. It kind of can, once you become really at one with your subconscious mind, just doors will open. I'm telling you, because you're allowing them to open. It's a strange thing that we haven't been shown. We haven't been shown that this is this thing that exists within us, that we can harness it and we can use it for our highest potential and grow. So. Yeah, anyway, I think I've got a question as well. So, yeah, mate, what can I get for you? Yeah, mate, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add here about the subconscious mind? Well, I think I've pretty much described it all, but what I will do is I'll put up a couple of videos here. So as you can see on the screen there, so you've got affirmations in 3 minutes and what is the subconscious mind in 3 minutes. So these ones here are really good watches. They give you the kind of, in a nutshell, understanding of both of these. So I highly recommend to watch them both. Like affirmations will kind of help you train your subconscious mind. Really good watch. And obviously you've got my subconscious mind video there as well. So check them out. And hope they help you out, and yeah, just keep doing research. I think anything else that I want to say about this is just keep doing research about it and spend some time on it, because it's basically, think about it, if you invest say an hour into this, it can change your whole life. It can really change your whole life for the better, just to make it just every day a lot more, with a lot less negative self-talk, like you've seen in this article. Like the article's got a lot more as well. So really important. But let's continue, guys. What if this information fell into the wrong hands? What if our subconscious mind / behavior is being influenced without us being aware of it? All right, so this is when it becomes a little bit, all right, well, is there people kind of tapping into this information? Okay, let's continue anyway. So here we go. This one here. So enter mainstream media. This is the USA media right here. Please do your own research, as this information is just in your face. Like, you don't need to look hard for this kind of stuff, because there are 6 big companies that are basically controlling all of the media in America, which I'm sure it spreads all over the world. So yeah, at the top there, media has never been more consolidated. 6 media giants now control a staggering 90% of what we read, watch, and listen to. That's crazy. So in 1983, there was, 50 companies that basically made up the American media. Now all of a sudden, there's 6 companies that control 90% in 2011 onwards. So really, interesting stuff there. There's another article, because I love my articles, don't I? And this one here is a link to the article as well. And just to go into these 6 companies as well, like, you've got basically all the big news corporations are owned by the same blanket, umbrella basically, which we're going to get into in a second. But yeah, as you can see with Disney even. So Disney owns ABC, ESPN, Pixar, Marvel. So pretty crazy stuff there. And then you've got, like, say for example, News Corp. So they've got Fox, Wall Street Journal, New York Post. So these are very similar type opinionative pieces as well. So, and as you can see over there as well, you got CNN under Time Warner. You got CNN, HBO, and Time Warner Brothers. Yeah, so it's just interesting, very interesting. Do your own research, but I mean, the truth's right there. It's in your face, so you can't really deny it. And then next up, so yeah, Big 6 control 70% of your cable. So obviously these people have done a lot of research. This article, respect to the person that done this article. Wow, thank you. So yeah, 232 media executives control the information diet of 277 million Americans. Like that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. So it's one media executive to 850,000 subscribers. Yep. So just wanted to put this in there just to expand your awareness and just to make you a bit understanding. And I wanted to go home, closer to home, because obviously I am from Australia, and Rupert Murdoch. So this guy here, like, he is in control of so much in Australia. He's an American guy, by the way. So as you can see there, Rupert Murdoch, international media mogul. He owns a number of Australian major capital newspapers, including the Herald Sun. He basically owns all the newspapers, let's be honest. And his son Lachlan, I haven't got much of his stuff on the screen, but he owns plenty too. So it's in the family. So News Corp owns the top newspaper on 3 continents, which is pretty interesting, one of them being Australia. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, the News Corp, it's just all that he owns. So he owns plenty. And so it's just really interesting. I mean, when you've got that kind of power, you can, persuade a narrative, you can persuade an agenda, you can do what you want. You've got complete power. So I just want to put that out there just to give you guys awareness. And as I've got at the top there, do your own research. It's all up to you. Yeah, so very interesting stuff there. And this one here takes us to the next part of this video, which is Out of Shadows. This documentary, it's a really good watch. It only goes for 77 minutes. I recommend watching it if you haven't watched it already. I did a bit of a review of it in my first Truth Series video, and I'm gonna just go through that one more time. So 6 media outlets under the same umbrella run the mainstream media. So this is all of my little notes that I took from this documentary. So the mainstream media deceive and manipulate us with different agendas. So yeah, by influencing a fear, anger, sad state, making us easier to manipulate. Oh, these cheeky guys. So yeah, movies/TV shows are also used for these agendas to alter the thinking of the population. So in all types of movies, including Disney and kids movies. This is why doing research about the subconscious mind, it's not only going to benefit you, but it's going to benefit your children, it's going to benefit your family, it's going to benefit your friends, so that you can help spread awareness. So yeah, deep detail about the Illuminati, Cabal, Deep State, and their agendas in this documentary as well. He goes into a lot of detail. And the CIA invented the term conspiracy theory. I just love putting that in there because it's just needs to be spoken about more. It's like they created it themselves and then they're spreading it now to, whatever. Let's just leave it there. So this 77-minute video will expand your awareness, but beware as some information may shock you. And so could it be the mainstream media influence our behavior and subconscious mind without us even knowing about it? Could it be? Could it be? This is all about you guys. It's all about your opinion. But when I take my JobStream media questions, I've got no question but to speak my truth. So let's go to one. Yes. Mate. Should we be fearful the mainstream media has all this power? No. As remember, knowledge is power. So spend some time on your subconscious mind and kind of becoming a bit more familiar with it and become friends with it. Just so that you're understanding that you're on the same page. And that'll limit the effects that anything has on you. Like, trust me, it will. It's good. But hope that answers that one there. And I think we've got another one. Yeah, mate. Give us your thoughts here, have they been manipulating us? Have they been blatantly pushing fear upon us? All right. Like I said, I don't want to push my opinion, all right? Instead, I suggest to do your own research and go on better. Be aware when you watch the news. Be aware of it. Watch it and kind of be aware of it in the moment and see how much fear-based negativity there is and observe the point of view that they push. It's really simple. Honestly, put the news on whenever. Actually, don't. It's bad for your subconscious. But whenever you put it, if you're ever watching, you have to watch the news or whatever, just be aware of it, And it's not just the news. There's a lot of other things as well. Like some movies as well, you be aware that some of them, the narratives that they're trying to push are not, pleasant. So just want to put it out there, but let's continue, guys. Knowing the mainstream media and the news has all the power and influence, does fear, anger, and anxiety really give up our power? All right, well, let's get straight into this one here. So this article is called Impact of Fear and Anxiety. Loving my articles, aren't I? Lots of reading. Reading's good for you, hey. But anyway, so yeah, this is take charge of your well-being and health. So yeah, this is the impact of fear and anxiety. I'm going to have the article in the below in the links in the description. So yeah, basically impact of fear and anxiety. So fear is a human emotion that is triggered by a perceived threat. It is a basic survival mechanism that signals our bodies to respond to danger with a fight or flight response. As such, it is an essential part of keeping us safe, all right? So yeah, very, very important here. And however, when people live in constant fear, whether from physical dangers in their environment or threats they perceive, they can become incapacitated. All right, so incapacitated, not a good spot to be in. And yeah, how fear works as well. I want to go through this whole article. I think it's important. Yeah, fear prepares us to react to danger. Once we sense a potential danger, our body releases hormones that slow or shut down functions not needed for survival, such as our digestive system, Yep, that's not good. Sharpen functions that might help us to survive, such as eyesight, our heart rate increases, and blood flows to muscles so we can run faster. All right, it's just interesting, really interesting. And our body also increases the flow of hormones to an area of the brain known as the amygdala to help us focus on the presenting danger and store it in our memory. So again with the subconscious, memory. So you remember being fearful. So this article here is very important as well, very important one, and impact of chronic fear. So as you can see, there's 4 impacts that they touch on here. So physical health, memory, brain processing and reactivity, and mental health. So the brain processing and reactivity, I just want to quickly touch on. Fear can interrupt processes in our brains that allow us to regulate emotions, read non-verbal cues and other information presented to us, reflect before acting, and act ethically. This impacts our thinking and decision-making in negative ways, leaving us susceptible to incense. Emotions and impulsive reactions, all of these effects can leave us unable to act appropriately. So obviously fear is not good. We don't like fear. And obviously the mental health as well. It's not good for our mental health. So whether threats to our security are real or perceived, they impact our mental and physical well-being. So this is very, very important, okay? I'm so happy that I'm able to spread this message with you guys, because this is massive. Like, it might not even just be for you. Obviously, you might be like, oh, I'm good, man. Don't worry, I don't fear. And that's cool. That's great. But it's good to spread this awareness to other people, because there's so many people that are living in fear, especially in this moment. This moment is just insane. I still am in shock of how much fear there is at the moment. But you know what? We're going to continue anyway. We're going to go to the next part, which is the television programming. So at the very top, before I get into that, is think about it for just a second. How much coronavirus repetition into our subconscious minds has the mainstream media done in this moment? Have the media manipulated and influenced us to be more fearful, obsessed, and continuously talking about the coronavirus? Maybe. I mean, you make up your own mind. And as you can see, the gentleman down the bottom there, Mr. Hamza Yusuf, the fear tactic is a tactic that's used by people who want to maintain control. And it's very effective. He's spot on. And as we can see, this is a David Icke image up here. So television programming, fear Ebola. I've crossed that out and I wrote coronavirus because I think he's done this a few years ago. Fear today, fear each other. Just all of this fear nonsense doesn't exist. Fear does not exist. Fear. I actually learned a lot about all my kind of developing that fear doesn't exist from David Icke. That guy is an absolute legend. So fear everything and then give us your power so we can save you. That's what the media does. That's what the television programming does. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be fearful so that they can just save you, and you just surrender your subconscious. You surrender everything to them. You just trust them. So trust yourself. That's my suggestion, is trust yourself. All right, takes us over to Dr. Scott Jensen, who is a physician and a Minnesota State Senator. What a legend. He's a senator and he's a physician. So this guy means business, man. This guy's a jet. This is a video, which I've got the link below as well. Always got my links. And he just basically talks about, this is right in the heat of the coronavirus. And he basically said at a portion of this video, he goes, fear is a great way to control people. Sometimes people's ability to think for themselves is paralyzed if they are frightened enough. Incapacitated kind of comes to mind from what we just read before as well. So Dr. Jensen talks of this coronavirus moment. So thank you, Dr. Jensen, for speaking your truth. Is it possible we may have missed all of these deliberate messages of fear by the mainstream media to be more controllable? Could it be? Again, back to you guys with the decision making is at your disposal. I am just presenting you some facts and information that's hopefully going to help you and broaden your knowledge and expand your awareness and understanding, so you can take back your power, because it's your life. Whatever decision you want to make, if you want to turn this video off now, turn it off. If you want to listen to me, you listen to me. You do what you want, because at the end of the day, it's your life. No one can tell you to do any different, all right? So let's continue with the video, what we've got now. All right, so this documentary here, it goes for a while. So, you don't need to watch it, but I've summarized it nicely for you. So this one here, it's like a 2-part documentary, Programming the Nation. It's a really good watch. I like it. I really did like it. So it's a 2-part documentary. It goes for roughly 100 minutes. First part goes up to the first 50 minutes of the video, and the second part is the last 50 minutes. Going into it, this video talks about subliminal messages and the mind controlling effects they have on us. They talk about that. They go into that very, very deep. And anyway, we continue because they talk about the average TV viewer sees 30,000 TV ads a year and 30,000 repetitions of buy this, do this, all the cool people are doing it. This will solve your problem 30,000 times. And we've learned a lot more about the subconscious mind now, if you've been paying attention. I hope you have been. And basically, so the more that they put these kind of things in your head, if you're like accepting this information, all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, I've got to buy this to be cool. Oh, I've got to buy this to solve my problem, which is absolute nonsense because you're already cool. You don't have any problems. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously you might, but at the end of the day, they're pushing like you've got a problem. They're pushing like you need to buy this to be cool. Like it's not nice. And it's when with repetition, this is how the subconscious mind works, is through repetition. That's how your subconscious mind kind of makes decisions, because the more it gets repeated, the more it believes it. It can't tell the difference basically. So yeah, very important stuff here. All right, so the next part. So an advertising executive states it's their job to make women feel bad about themselves to sell more products, which is just so sad to hear. And yeah, anorexia and bulimia is media driven. So that's what she's claiming, which is just, it's just sad to hear that. The effects of the subconscious mind, I tell you what, it's insane. And yeah, other mental health issues as well. I wrote that in there as well in question mark, because how much media kind of, manipulation and just agendas are pushing people to have mental health issues as well. Anyway, do your own research, make up your own mind. It's just the sad part there. But anyway, so here we go. Purpose of ads are to delude, deceive, and make people think they need these products. So again, more kind of awareness that you need this, you need that, which you don't. You don't need anything. You are complete, whole, and perfect the way you are. You don't need anything. Anyway, ads are super expensive as they know the influence and effect they have on people. So that's obviously why ads are just ridiculous. I remember when I was trying to advertise for my business, my previous business, it's insane to advertise. It's so expensive because they know the power of the of advertising. And anyway, the next part. So one of the drives they push is for us always to want more and the best of the best. I've touched on this before. I think I've just gone into this a bit more here. So more, best, which just be content. If we be content, we can actually live in so much harmony if we're just happy with what we've got, which, again, and it's another part that I need a deep breath because it makes me sad. Anyway, so they manipulate us, so we use material goods to fill holes in souls and solve personal problems. Again, this is just, it's going deeper and deeper. It's just sadder and sadder, like it really is. And the next one, so much of the media operates below the threshold of consciousness. So yeah, 6 companies. That's what this guy was talking about as well. So we know about below the threshold of consciousness now with subconscious mind. And so fear blocks people from thinking, continual efforts to drum fear into our mind. So again, putting us into fear, we haven't got logical thinking, and they drum in the repetition of fear into our mind and we become fearful. It's just so sad. It's so sad. Anyway, psychological warfare happening with propaganda to influence emotional responses and decisions. All right, psychological warfare, there you go. And propaganda will go to any levels, including assassinations. ... They want control. So those ones, all those ones with inverted commas, that's out of the horse's mouth in the video, okay? That's not me. That's not me kind of summarizing. That's them out of their mouth, all right? So very eye-opening stuff right there. Take it or leave it, whatever you want. Watch the video. I suggest watch it if it's kind of opened your mind. And any of this stuff, please don't fear it. Please don't fear it. All you got to do is wherever you are right now, all this information can do for you is benefit you because it's going to empower you, okay? Very important stuff, all right? I hope, like I said, if you need to take some time for some of this information to process, please pause this video and we'll come back to me because I'm going to continue right now, all right? You know what? I want to take one more question as well. What have we got? Yep. Yes, mate. Do you want to get a message out here or something? All right, so again, yes, I do want to get another bit of a message out as well, all right? So use this information to your advantage, okay? And use it to benefit you moving forward. Like I've just said, I'm trying to use this repetition as well to really make you aware that you've just got to use this for your benefit. So yeah, take it or leave it, but no, I'm only trying to help, all right? You know that. I'm only trying to help. This is why I'm here. I'm only doing these videos to try to help people and level up your awareness. Like, look at all my other videos, you know what I mean? Like, they're all about helping people. So yeah, just use this new information to help yourself moving forward, okay? So next part I want to touch on is psychological warfare. All right. So psychological warfare is a broad term, but in all documented cases, the concept uses actions intended to reduce an opponent's morale or mental well-being. The aim is to use manipulative tactics to intimidate or persuade a person or people. This process is usually employed through propaganda. So, yeah, just really important here. I just want to stop for 1 second here. So psychological warfare as well. If you haven't heard of it, don't be scared of this. You hear the word war, you're like, oh, but it's just like, don't be scared of this. Just be open-minded to it. And again, use it to empower yourself because we've got the power within, okay? So moving forward to the next part as well. I'm going to touch on Malcolm X's comment here first. So Malcolm X says, the media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and to make the guilty innocent, which is a crazy statement, isn't it? And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. So Malcolm X is all over this back in the day. And so what is psychological warfare? Definition, techniques, and examples. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I just want to go over these highlighted areas. So what is psychological warfare? Psychological warfare is a broad term. So basically exactly what I've just read before about up until the propaganda part. So with the next highlighted propaganda part with the bold. So propaganda is ideas or statements that are false or exaggerated and is deliberately spread to influence the masses. The goal of psychological warfare is to intentionally use propaganda to manipulate another and break down their will without using physical force. To get the clearer picture, let's take a look at some techniques that have been used throughout history. So you've got a few techniques here as well. So obviously you've got news outlets, threats, leaflets, objects, false flags, and media. And so we can just go with, just quickly with news outlets. The news is a large information source that all can tap into. Whether it's government run or independently owned, the news has the ability to spread whichever information it chooses, which is actually insane. By infiltrating a news source, a population could be tainted by volatile information. All right, just down the bottom there as well, media. While it may not seem like it, films, music, and books can act as tools of psychological warfare. The messages in media can rewrite history from a new perspective and or put new ideas into the minds of the populace. So very important read here, very important read. I'd highly recommend having a look at it if you like. All right, so the next part is an article that was made in January 31, 2020. So this one here, obviously I've got the link in the description as well. So a man lies dead in the street, the image that captures the Wuhan coronavirus crisis. So just look at this. So look at the date here, yeah? So the very beginning of the coronavirus. So we still didn't really know what was going to happen. But look at the media. Look at this. There's a guy just standing there looking at the camera. So yeah, like I said there, did anyone fall and just die of coronavirus? I don't think I've heard of that anywhere. So could it be that this image right here and this article right here was to inflame fear? Is it basically propaganda? Is it psychological warfare? I'm just putting it out there. I'm asking the question. You make up your decision. If you feel it is, then believe it. If you don't, don't. So down the bottom as well, just reading a little bit of the image as well. So yeah, a grey-haired man wearing a face mask lies dead on the pavement, a plastic shopping bag in one hand. So he died with a shopping bag in his hand. As police and medical staff in full protective suits and masks prepare to take him away. Just wanted to put that one there out there. I don't know how like a body could be lying in the street for that long, not take it away. Like surely they wouldn't let media take photos as well. There's just so many surelys. Surely not, surely not, surely not. But yep, there's the photo and do with it what you want in your mind, all right? So the next part as well is something that has been disclaimed MSNBC broadcasts of the World War Z, which is like a zombie apocalypse movie, and then they've used the same footage and they've kind of played with the contrast to make it look like those riots that have been happening. Look at it, it looks exactly the same. So they've used the same photo in the movie in the actual news. So again, propaganda, trying to inflame the situation, trying to make it, psychological warfare. So yeah, playing with our subconscious minds once more. So yeah, again, do with it you will. Whatever, all of this stuff, take it or leave it. Do what you want with it. That's fine. Is it possible, and could it be that psychological warfare is still taking place? You can make that decision, my friends. It is completely up to you. And I think it's time for another question. And yes. All right, yeah, mate. If psychological warfare is actually still taking place, should we fear it? All right, so psychological warfare, don't fear it. No, because again, once we regain our power and we understand that when we're watching things and we kind of use our own discernment, we're watching it and or we're reading it or whatever, and you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna just trust what the media is telling me. I'm not going to just trust what everyone's thinking. I'm going to make my own mind up, because that's power. You know, when you just go with the crowd, you're being lazy, because you're not really spending the time on, you know, you're just like, oh, everyone's doing it. Yeah, well, everyone's doing it, and you might get mocked, but at the end of the day, spend some time researching it. Anyway, let's move forward. Why we don't need to fear anything. So fear is a choice and doesn't actually exist. Yes, danger exists, like sharks in an ocean, falling from a building, etc. But fear is made up within our own minds about basic survival and security. So think about the things you fear and make up your own mind. That's all you can do. Make up your own mind. Do your own research. And as we can see here as well, so fear has two meanings: forget everything and run. So don't do research and don't go into it, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. Zig Ziglar, I love your words. And there you got, so you've got there is no illusion greater than fear. And then Mr. Osho, I love Osho. Sorry, I didn't give respect to Lao Tzu there, legend. And Osho, I love Osho as well. So don't move the way fear makes you move. Move the way love makes you move. Move the way joy makes you move. So yeah, so beautiful quotes there as well. And as you can see on the screen as well, I've got a couple of videos about fear. And so I've got hacks there to defeat fear. Which is it's a good watch. Again, got no views. All my videos got no views besides these truth ones. But anyway, I'm still trying to spread those ones there. Those ones are beautiful. Don't worry. Let's go into this next part. This next part is an article which I wasn't sure if I was going to put it on there, but I thought, you know what, I'm putting it on there. So how to become the best version of yourself by raising your vibration. So for many people that are unsure about this raising vibration term, I'm not going to go into this too much. You can go onto that website if you like. Link's going to be in the description as usual. So yeah, basically, as you can see with that little cone-shaped thing, so you've got from the bottom to the top, just basically vibration. So 20 is shame, and then at the top is enlightenment at 1,000, 700 to 1,000. So yeah, just going into this a little bit. Again, take it or leave it, but see that fear state, which is 100. That's where they kind of stop us. They continually try to stop us. I'm not saying all of us. I'm just saying that that's what they try to do. They try to stop us from going above basically the 100. We call it points, 100 points. And obviously getting to the point of like joy and peace, 600 points, and then obviously enlightenment. That's where we all want to live in. We all want to just live in absolute bliss, and we actually can. Once we understand all these techniques that they use on us, we can literally do anything we want. So I'm so happy you're watching this video of me. I'm so happy that you've lasted this long into the video, because sometimes it's hard to, it's a long video. And I just want to go over to the one little red box that I've got circled here. So to live in flow, in love, and in peace, you need to raise your vibration to match that of which you wish to attract. So you can do a bit of research into the law of attraction as well. But at the end of the day, for me, it's just about, raising your vibration and understanding your reality. And law of attraction is a way of kind of understanding it a bit better as well. So yeah, maybe spend some time on that if you'd like to. Alright, so advice after hearing this information. So be aware and conscious of what you give your attention to, the media / movies and even reading. So be aware and conscious of what you feed your subconscious mind. Be aware anytime you have fear and defeat it by learning more about it. Spend time on yourself. Make up your own mind and trust yourself unconditionally always. Go towards love, loving yourself and loving others. Don't be hard on yourself ever. Instead, be positive and optimistic always. I highly suggest to do some research on the subconscious mind again. I can't say it enough, can I? Let's be honest. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do. And yeah, like I've said in this whole video as well, I've drummed it into your heads as well. Don't go towards fear. Go towards love. Go towards happiness. Go towards joy. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy every day, and I highly suggest to invest in yourself, spend time on yourself, and enjoying the moment, enjoying every single second that we have here. All right, so thank you so much for joining in, and yeah, please give us a like if you did like this video. Please subscribe for more videos as well. I'm going to be doing a lot more well-being and personal growth and empowerment, and just videos that are going to benefit you moving forward, because that's what it's all about. It's all about, I'm just here about spreading love and wisdom and awareness. And I really appreciate all your beautiful comments as well that you guys always leave me. Peace and love to you all. Thank you so much.